guys, I'm Lilo and you're watching Headbangers Lifestyle. I'm here with Rachel Bolan from the band Skid Row.
How's it going?
Doing good, and you?
Cool, doing well.
All right. I have here the black box, the mystery box, and I want to ask you to open it.
Okay.
And let your thoughts flow.
Let's start with this.
What do we have here?
Got the Ace Frehley action figure. I'm reading Paul Stanley's book at the moment, so I just got to the part where Ace joined the band, so this is very appropriate. One of the funniest guys I've ever met, and I don't think he even means to be funny. But
you have been on his solo albums doing backing vocals, or?
His first solo record, well, maybe it wasn't his first, but Trouble Walking. We did backing vocals on that, on a few songs. The song Trouble Walking, and I forget the other one. We were on another one too, but it was fun. And that day I met Peter Criss for the first time, and my friend Richie Scarlett from Philadelphia was in the band with him at the time, which I think he's now back in the band. Mm-hmm. So pretty cool.
Isn't that really special?
Being a Kiss fan my whole life, and getting to sing on his record, then eventually going on tour with Kiss was pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. Spent 9 months on the road with Kiss, and we had such a blast.
All right.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Keep going?
Keep going.
What do we got? What is it? Heineken beer?
Beer.
Or beer. One of my favorite things in the world. I brew my own beer at home.
Really?
Did you know that?
No.
Okay.
Tell me about it.
I do. I brew my own beer when we're home for a while, when we're home for more than 3 weeks, so I could actually drink it while I'm there. Otherwise, I'll go home and my friends that are taking care of my house will have drank everything.
But why are you doing your own beer then?
Because it's fun. I like craft beers, and it's just something fun to do. And you started with the grains and the malt, and next thing you know, 3 weeks later, you're getting drunk on your own beer. Plus, it's much stronger than regular commercial beer.
Yeah.
So
Does it have a name? Your own brand of beer? No, it's like that.
Yeah, no. Call me a cab. Maybe we'll call because none of my friends could drive home after they drink it.
Okay.
Oh my God. When I saw Spinal Tap, it was way before Skid Row. Never did I realize how true to form this movie is. Right down to the walking through boiler rooms, not finding the stage. It's happened to us.
It's all true.
It's all very true. The complaining about the pimentos in the olives or out of the olives or the Oreos that are opened up. It's all so true. That's awesome. That's the best.
What can you recommend for new starting bands? Watch the movie.
Learn it and be prepared, because once you see what happens here, maybe it won't happen to you. It will though. But that's awesome. Should I keep going?
Of course.
All right.
Hey, what's that?
Racing. I like racing. I race cars as a hobby. I haven't raced in a while because we've been on the road so much and I really miss it. So hopefully I'll be able to get back there once we have a
why
short break.
Why the special interest in racing?
I don't know. When I was a little kid, my brother used to take me to drag races and stock car races. My parents used to take me local racing, and then I just liked it. And once, where I grew up in Jersey, it wasn't on TV all that much. And then once it started growing in popularity, I was almost, I guess I was a teenager by the time it started to get popular for them to broadcast it on TV. Because in the southern states it was very popular, but up north not so much. But now NASCAR's popular everywhere, and I just always loved the adrenaline rush, and it's so comparable to what I do now, because you get your clothes on, you get your racing suit on, you walk down the hallway to the stage, you get in your car and you're going into staging. Lights go on to play, that's a green flag at a race. I never worry about flipping on stage or catching on fire.
No, that's what I'm thinking. Being on stage must be
the adrenaline
rush.
Yeah, sometimes. The adrenaline rush is pretty amazing though, for both.
Yeah.
I'm glad I chose it what I did. I think I'm better at that than I am in driving.
Okay.
Ooh, Slave to the Grind Pan. Wow, these are real. They've been around a while.
So.
I've taken a few of these off people before. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, we put these, I guess, on the, when was that? Slave to the Grind was 1990, 91-ish.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We used to sell a lot of these. We should start selling them
Yeah.
again.
But how was it with the groupies at the time? What was going on?
They were out
Wild
there.
times.
What's that?
Wild times?
Yeah,
Yes.
they were out there. It's funny when we were out with Bon Jovi, which was our first major tour. I guess it was, I would say, 85 to 90% female. And then when we went out with Slave to the Grind and took out Pantera, it went to about 75 to 25%, but 75 was male. Were male. And it was just a different time, and we were a lot heavier then. But groupies keep rock and roll going. It keeps old guys feeling young, I guess. Who knows?
I guess it's a little bit different now than back in the day.
Yeah, it's especially I just turned 50, and those days are behind me now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like whatever. When you're a kid and you're 20 years old out on the road, and all of a sudden, you were the uncool kid in school, and you become the cool kid, and it's just,
It gives a good feeling.
Yeah, it's a good feeling. What do we got here? Rock of Ages. Oh, the movie.
The movie.
Yeah.
What do you think of that one? Have you seen it?
I tried to watch it, but to me it was just so horrible and corny that I couldn't make it through.
Yeah. Do you recognize anything of the time that you experienced?
Well, the most I know about the movie right now is just looking at this cover. It was it was cool that they dedicated a movie to that era, because it was a very important era in music. A lot of great bands came out of it, and a lot of great memories. The Styles and the big gigantic hair and all that, the high heels, But as far as the movie goes, man. But it was a great time.
Yeah.
We had so much fun, and just like I said, we went on the road. I think I was 21 or 22, just turned 22, and
Yeah.
I never really got out of Jersey unless I drove down to Florida with my family to go to Disney World on vacation, and then the next thing I know, I'm all over the United States. I'm in Russia one day, and then a week later we're in the UK, and it was pretty crazy time, and never did I think 25 years in our career we'd still be going to places that we haven't been. And I mean, we've been away from home for a month. We did our own run of the UK, then now we've been out with Saxon for about a week and a half, and we go till the end of November, and there's places we're hitting that we've never been. And on our own, we went to Poland and headlined that Polish Woodstock to 500,000 people, and man, we're just... It just keeps coming around, and the full cycle and full circle of our career, it's just been, I never thought 25 years down the road we'd still be going to new places and still be playing these enormous places, and we do everything from, 300-seat venue to like that 500,000 person festival, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty cool to be able to do that,
So. I totally understand.
What do we got? Aha.
Yes.
Speaking of which,
This is where it all happens.
Yeah.
With this one, it all happened for you guys.
Yes, and we top 10 in the USA. Yep.
Exactly.
The just in the cover alone, I got great memories, horrible memories. But
Explain.
well, this alleyway on the back is actually not a real alleyway. We built it.
Really?
And the photographer. So we wanted an alleyway shot, and this is what the guy at Atlantic Records got us as an alleyway. It was so clean, and and then he had his headlights on there. And granted, it is what it is. However, I look like I have no hands because I had black gloves on. And what we wanted is that for the back, and that was to be the front. That's what the band wanted, was that to be the front. And then their art director said, no way, no how, it's not going to happen. And we didn't have that kind of power there, so they put that on the back and that on the front.
I guess you were probably really happy that you could release an album anyway.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. And just Snake and I had most of this written before the band was like that lineup was fully together, and it was just really cool. We got to work with a big name producer like Michael Wagner, who had his success with Metallica, and White Lion and all that stuff. And he was on a roll, and we were really happy to work with him because he let us be us on this record. He didn't try to change the band. He let the band be the band. He just tweaked the little things here and there that he
Yeah.
heard in his head. But he'd always say to all of us, he'd say, "You're not going to hurt my feelings if you don't like it. I just want you to at least try it." And 9 times out of 10, we went with his idea. Just
Okay.
little things here and there.
Yeah.
But yeah,
did-
that's and this still
Yeah.
keeps me with cars and houses because people keep buying it. And it's awesome.
Yeah, you can still make a living out of this one?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. It's great.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's great.
Amazing.
So
All right. What do we have more?
a roll of money.
Exactly. I heard something about doing charity at the band.
Yeah, we all do a lot of things. Like we've worked with the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Kids have come to shows. We played in Iceland years back, and a guy was 18 years old, and he came to the show. He had terminal cancer. He was in a wheelchair, but we went out to dinner with him, and he hung out at the show. And then, unfortunately, he passed not long after that. But you know, it's one of those things where, we've gotten so much, and we're so fortunate for what we've got and what has been given to us, that if something, I can't understand why people want to meet us and hang out with us, but if that's something that will help someone get through even a bad day or a bad moment, we do it.
Yeah, it's
Without
good
doubt.
to give something back.
Absolutely,
this
absolutely.
position.
And I'm not putting us on a pedestal by any means, because a lot of people do it. A lot of people
Yeah.
do it way on way bigger scales than we do it, but we do what we can. you
Yeah.
know? And I think everybody should.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And on the other side, money in general, I mean, you can still make a good living out of it.
Yeah.
But did it also bring you crap as well?
Well, you know, I was fortunate enough to have very level-headed parents, and my parents had nothing when they got married, and they worked very hard, so they always instilled in me to work really hard. And my dad would always say, if you make $1, make like you made 50 cents. So if you made $100, pretend you made $50. So you always have that in your head, and you condition yourself that way. And I was never one to go out. I mean, I've bought myself nice things, a guitar every now and then, but you know, I see guys who go out and, hey, I got money, let me buy 20 guitars, and let me buy a Ferrari or a Lamborghini and all this, and then next thing you know, they have no money, and they're living in there with their 20 guitars in their Lamborghini, you know, so I just, I've always, like I said, I had supportive parents, and they kept me in line, kept my feet on the ground, and made me invest. Not made me, I mean, I listened to them because, you know, I respect them so much. And they made me invest and say, you know, and my dad would say, this train isn't going to run forever. It might run a long time, but it might not run forever. So make sure you got something when you get off this. So he was right. He was very right. So,
Yeah. So that's something you thought about, like when you're really, you know, old and how the situation is
exactly. And the fact that we're still around 25 years making new music and being able to tour the world, that's a pretty awesome thing too, because you make money doing that. But I mean, the money's great, but the love of music and the passion to go out, and that, Snake and I had this discussion just yesterday. It's like, think about what we do for a living. No matter what happens out on the road, if something crappy happens, we get to play music for a living. We don't answer to anyone but ourselves, and it's awesome. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Even that guy who goes into a coffee house every night, and he might play 10 coffee houses or 100 coffee houses every week with his guitar, and doesn't have any other job and makes some money doing that, that's awesome. If you can make a living making music, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Okay.
What else we got?
We have little left.
Man, these to me so far have been the most important records we've made in our career, because we worked so hard at getting Snake and I, starting with the songwriting. Snake and I never got one of these. I gotta get one of these from the record company. Snake and I really had to train our brains and recondition our brains to think as far as songwriting goes, think like we did when we were 21 years old. It's not that easy this far later in life, but we just write, and we wouldn't listen to anything. We wouldn't listen to radio. We wouldn't listen to anything other than the music we listened to that inspired us in the first place. And once our minds started opening up songwriting, and especially with this first one, it was difficult, because 25 years of retracing your steps is really hard.
Exactly.
And I didn't think it was going to be that hard, but we wrote, first off, the first song we wrote was Kings of Demolition, and we rewrote it 4 times before it got to the point where we liked
Okay.
it, and we just keep playing it and writing it. Doesn't sound right, doesn't feel right. Little tiny things, and then all of a sudden one day, we were at his house in Burbank when he lived down in Burbank. We woke up, we tried something different, we're like, there it is, and then our minds just opened up, and it seemed like we were those kids playing tennis rackets in front of the mirror again, you know, so it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then the same with this. This one came much easier writing-wise than this, and we all had the same mindset. And the hardest thing to do on this album was pick the two covers
Yeah.
that we did.
Why was that?
Because Johnny wanted to do Queen, and all the stuff that he wanted to do, people had covered a bunch of times.
Yeah.
So we were trying to avoid, you know, people that there were the songs that had 3 or 4 different covers.
Yeah.
Hey, this is Rachel Bolan from Skid Row, and you are watching
Headbangers Lifestyle.